Okay, this lesson is a few tips about how to get around or navigate a document or anything you're doing online. What I've done is I've opened up a generic report template from Google Docs. You can see these are not even real words in here. But one of the things that I want to emphasize is there on the keyboard, you all know where the backspace key is, and I've watched everybody use it. What you might not know is just to the right and down one row is a delete key. And I'd like to show you the difference between the two. I'm going to come over here somewhere. I'm going to click kind of randomly. I'll go right there. If I do backspace, as you know, I'm going to start deleting going backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I just did the 5. I'm going to come over here and undo that. Now I'm back at the same space we started at. And I'm going to hit the delete key. And I want you to think, do you know what's going to happen when I hit delete? It's going to do the same thing as backspace, but in the opposite direction. So instead of deleting to the left, it deletes to the right. And let me show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it sounds like they're pretty much the same thing, and they kind of are, but there's times when it's better to use one or the other, or easier to use one or the other. If I am right here in a word, and I want to eliminate this word, and I don't want to necessarily come over here with my mouse and try and hit the exact right place, when all I have to do, I don't have to do anything with my mouse. I don't have to backspace. I can delete by doing a delete key and going forward. And that's a big deal. Okay, when you have a document that's like this, it's fairly easy to see. I'm gonna shrink it down. I made it bigger so everybody could see it pretty well. If I didn't have double spacing here, if I had single spacing and I'm trying to get right in here, something like that, I might have trouble getting right where I want to go. And if I come up a little too high, I'm on the wrong line. And then there are so many things like that. So let's go back, make it a little easier to see again. Let's say I'm down here on this word, whatever it is, volupat, and I want to come up into this word here. Okay, so what I could do is take my mouse and come over here, and then, or I could take my mouse and come right there, or I could just use the arrow key, and the arrow key takes me right where I want to go. What you'll do if you start using the delete key as much as the backspace, if you start using the arrow key as much as your mouse to move around on a document, you'll find that you can do things a lot quicker. Now, if you're only doing this once a year, it doesn't make a difference. If you're doing it several times a day, and how many of you are writing papers, how many of you are doing things on Google Docs and Google Forms and all the rest, more and more so we're using the computer and the keyboard to do things. So the two lessons for today are, number one, you can do delete as well as backspace, and they just do the same thing in different directions. And if you want to move within the document, you can just use your arrow without ever having to go grab the mouse. And I'll give you one example why I think this is important. Have you ever gone to grab the mouse and you don't know where it is, and you're going like this and you can't even see it? Okay, if all you have to do is move down one line and over one space, you don't have to find the mouse. You don't have to find the cursor. It's just using what's in front of you.